We cannot live with a narrow, provincial, outside agitator index. We cannot suggest that if the legends go to a community where there might not be a legends chapter, that you have interfered with the way they do things in that community. Or if you come to a place where they've never done anything and you want to do anything, you should not use the standard of an outsider. It is important to recognize that in the United States, that anyone who lives inside the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds, as you seek to recognize the inescapable mutuality of our lives. Walk tall, legends. Walk tall in America's sunlight. Walk tall into America's future. Be reminded of Martin King's challenge on April 3rd, 1968. You're tall enough to reach the mountaintop, a mountaintop that he was able to climb, looked out in the vast land of America, began to see the promised land, and acknowledged on that night, the night before his death, that he might not get to the promised land, but he knew that we as a people would get there someday. Oh, you are tall and timber-like, and I would offer to say to you that your task and destiny is not yet finished, for America has challenged you to create a more perfect union. In all of your talent, I want to know if there is anyone who's willing to accept the challenge that the promised land is before us. And there are those who are right behind us, down reaching up for your hand, looking for the wind beneath their wings, asking to be given a chance, want the gun taken out of their hands, want to be able to get an education, want to find themselves on the court and not in the courthouse, want to be able to make a dunk, want to assist to help them make life better, want to be able to say that America is the land of the free and the brave. I'm crying out for those who are willing to take that challenge. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. This is a place where the more perfect union can in fact stand and be counted. Are you going to accept the challenge? Are you going to make it right? We are free only because and if you will be free. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
One more time for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Thank you for so much. Great words, great words. If our board of directors could please come up on the stage with us and join us for a special presentation. Yes. Okay, we have it on tape so it can be on the website. All right, good. Congresswoman, she does have a penchant for tall guys. Just an observation. Congresswoman, on behalf of the National Basketball Retired Players Association Board of Directors and all its members, we'd like to give you a basketball signed by our board. All right, all right. Let's see that form on that jump shot.
Thank you guys very much. Do we pin the tape?
Arnie? Oh, we'll do it after. We'll get that.
Don't get off. For those of us who watched all of you play, I will say, we're among friends here, that this is where the form was and the basketball was. I know our guys that are out there now love them to death. They're coming out young. They're in my high schools, and they love the showmanship. Guys, get in there and teach them the art of basketball. Because when we watched you all, we were seeing some games going on. So we want to give you tribute. I'm a big enough lady to take it from the new ones out there now. Love them to death. But we saw some basketball. And just like my arm got, the right way to do it, we got to get them out there and get the right way to do it. Is that all right? Because we're going to keep this sport around for a long time. Let me, as well, come on out, Arnie and Chairman. And where's my Houston folks? Major. Come on now. Houston chapter. I want to keep inspiring them to keep working hard. I won't read it in its entirety, but I am honored to be able to present you all for your history archives, historical archives, certificate of congressional recognition for the National Basketball Retired Players Association All-Star Weekend. In which respectfully, and we recount the great history of your organization, and as well that you're hosting your own All-Star Weekend, and to thank you for participating dynamically with NBA Cares of your own program at Worthing, Northard, Jack Gates, and they were overwhelmed. Thank you so very much. And it indicates in its conclusion that in thanking the Executive Director and President, Arnie, the Board of Directors and staff for being leaders in and off the court. Indeed, your drive and dedication in life and community is truly worthy of the respect, admiration, and commendation of the United States Congress. Sheila Jackson Lee, Member of Congress, February 16, 2013. Please do. Thank you. We'll work on that program.
I'm going to say it right now. And just as the Congresswoman is leaving, she referenced something that I want you to know about. Yesterday was an amazing day. We went to 3 different schools here in Houston. We did clinics. We spoke to the kids. The Congresswoman was there at every place that we went to. I mean, her heart is so passionate about youth development and what we could do. And yesterday we announced a brand new program that I'll reference in a second in a little bit more detail called Full Court Press Prep for Success. And it involves, this year, we will be going as an association to 12 cities across America, 1,500 kids, putting on basketball clinics around this country. But more importantly than the basketball clinics, with our partners from the Urban League and our partners from the National Police Athletic League, we will be putting on mentoring programs and life skill programs for those kids. And Congresswoman Lee, you are so instrumental in that area, and we promised Houston is going to be one of those cities, so we'll be back here. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, I'm going to go through a few things that are available in the hotel today, and then we'll get back to kind of our run of speakers that we have today. But here, after the members' meeting, actually all day long, right around the corner, we're doing prostate cancer screening for free over in room F. That's right over that way, so take advantage of that. Jack Marin is going to give a Q&A on NBA benefits. I know that's always a hot topic. There's been some emails going around about that, and Jack can help clarify some things. He's in Derrick Room I from 1 to 2:30. The Living Connected Institute, which you'll learn about in just a second when we show a short video, they're going to do a Q&A orientation about their wellness program. And Corey Hebert is actually with CommunityHealthTV.com, not just BlackHealthTV.com. He's a doctor. Many of you have met him in New Orleans. He's on the Dr. Oz show associated with Oprah, a great resource for our members. So with that, I'm going to give you a little bit more background on on Living Connected Institute. We have a short video that Brian's going to pull up real quick, and then we'll have a couple speakers, Corey and Skip Lockwood from Zero for Prostate Cancer, are going to talk real briefly about their organization. So, Brian, if you want to cue up that video and hit that. And while Brian gets that up, if James wants to stand, James and Alicia, they're back in the back corner. They're Living Connected Institute.
And in this identity crisis that we end up with, we can all relate to this. Guys watching this can understand what it's like when somebody comes up to you and you're still playing and they go, oh, you're Olema Harrington, the running back at BYU, or you're whoever you are, this position for that team. And then all of a sudden you're not playing anymore. And they come up to you and say, oh, what are you doing today? And you're embarrassed. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea.
I think I always thought about my future. Even during my rookie season. I didn't know how long this was going to last.
But then, when it really started to sink in, and like, yeah, this is a permanent gig, I know you struggled.
I only know myself as Rob Morris, the football player, and you know, I knew that there was more to me than that. But when that's gone, I mean, it's a brutal thing. You know, that you have to look square in the eye and go, now what?
I was searching and I was lost and I was looking for something specifically to help me make that transition. And there's just no one there to help you. There's not a roadmap. There's no guidance. There's not a lot of information. You're pretty much basically left to fend for yourself.
So guys, at Living Connected Institute, again, they'll be here at Hotel Derrick. They'll be giving a seminar, Q&A on their program, so you can learn more about them from 1 to 2:30 today. I'm going to keep things moving here and invite Corey Hebert up. Corey is a doctor based in New Orleans, a great friend of our organization, and we have an exciting partnership to announce that we'll be partaking in.
Thank you very much. How y'all doing? Doing all right? All of those things that Congresswoman said so vehemently, y'all can't do none of that if you had a triple bypass. Can you? Why are we eating the way that we're eating? You want a triple-double. You used to have triple-doubles. Now you having a triple bypass. It's not working for you. It's not working. You have your entire life been fighting to go hard in the paint. But now you don't go as hard in the paint as you used to, now do you? You know what I'm talking about? Bloop. Y'all can be real, because we're going to get real today at 2 o'clock. Because what the deal is that you guys are magnificent specimens of men and women sitting out there in the back. But what has happened? You don't eat right. You're depressed. Sometimes you don't feel like you want to get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes you don't do your exercise. You think that, eating 2 bowls of rice is good when you know that it's really like eating 2 bowls of ice cream, but you don't really think about that. Everything that you do is going to decide whether you're going to be in this game or out of this game. And the thing that's most important is that right now you have to grab the bull by the horns because what? Because your life has always been dictated by a playbook. Always. You say, you know what, I go on that court, I do what I need to do. But right now you realize there's no playbook for all this other stuff that's out there. There's no playbook. So what we're going to do today is give you that playbook for life for your health. Because right now, you know that you're not doing the things that you need to do to make sure that you're going to be around a long time. So with that being said, we're going to be at 2 o'clock, and we want to introduce this to you because I'm the, as they mentioned, I'm one of the doctors for the Dr. Oz Show, the only black expert for the Dr. Oz Show. And what we do is try to make sure that everybody gets the health information that they need in the way that they can really understand it. And so with this, when you go to your website, your player's website, when you click on health, you're going to now have the most up-to-date health information by my organization that I'm the CEO of,
communityhealthtv.com, and it's all online video. All online video, so you don't have to read anything. All you have to do is click on diabetes, and you know what it's going to say? So you got sugar? Let me tell you what sugar is. And that's important. When you click on diabetes, and when you click on hypertension, it's going to say, you got high blood. Quit going to Medea's house and eating all that fat back, because you know you can't do that and still have good life. It's going to say that to you. But at the same time, it's sponsored, co-sponsored by Harvard University, Morehouse School of Medicine. So all the stuff is going to be real, but it's going to give you the information the way that you need it to be given to you. Okay? Now, I want you guys to look at it, because you're going to be able to see that you have cancer, general health, diabetes, kids' health, heart health, and your families, because the only person that cares more about you is that woman that's at your house that wants you to be around a lot longer. So the women in the room, I want y'all to come at 2 o'clock as well, and please make sure that when you go out there, don't get any more of that bacon. You've had enough. Thank you very much.
You can see Corey's session is going to be a lot of fun today, so please take the chance and join him today. In the continuing theme of health, I wanted to invite up Skip Lockwood, who's the CEO of Zero for prostate cancer. They're doing free screenings all day today. Skip, here you go.
Great. Thank you all. You know, I've lived in Washington, D.C. 20 years, and I'm used to getting upstaged by congresswomen and congressmen, but seriously, I have to follow Representative Jackson Lee after this. Unbelievable. But I just want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Zero, the End of Prostate Cancer, is the leading advocacy organization and patient organization in the U.S. that's committed to ending prostate cancer. And for African American men, especially, prostate cancer is an epidemic. It kills you more. You're more likely to die of prostate cancer than other men. You're more likely to get the disease, and when you get it, it's worse. So we feel like this new partnership with you guys is a way to really provide you with a tremendous service and help you get educated and stay healthy and stay in the game. I know you guys are going to keep hearing this over and over today, but health is just #1. It is so important, and it's central to your all's overall success. To that end, today we're going to provide free prostate cancer testing. We got some fantastic doctors to sit back there and chat with you about really any questions that you have, but mainly about prostate cancer. We'll take a little blood draw today, not a lot, about a tablespoon. You'll hardly even miss it. And we'll get that taken care of and get you the results back quickly so you can start learning a little bit more about your health. And just to give you a little bit of understanding about who we are, we were formed in 1996. We've been fighting the good fight for a long time, and the thing that I would like to bring to your attention is we do a lot of activities all around the country. We provide free mobile testing. We would love to have you involved with that when we come to your town. We'd love to be involved with your chapters to be able to provide testing, to provide education. All of it's absolutely free. And the other aspect of things is we've got a great celebrity golf tournament. Would love for you to come down and participate in that. If you find Gus Williams or you find Heath Carter back there, they can fill you in on all the important things that are going on. We also have other good lifestyle activities for you to participate in that are good for you, that are good for your community, and we look forward to a long and very productive relationship with the players. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And guys, it's just right around the corner that way in room F, so it's going on all day today. We're gonna have a lot more speakers that are great programs that we have in place, including employment, career transition. AARP is going to talk, but we wanted to give Arnie a few minutes to talk about where the organization is going and headed. And before that, we put together a video to share with you guys and the outside world with kind of who we are and what we're doing. It's voiced beautifully by member Cedric Ceballos. So we're going to show this video that's about a 3-minute video, and then Arnie's going to speak for a little bit. So Brian, if you can hit the video, let's take a look.
NBA icons Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Jerry West. ABA trailblazers Julius Erving, Artis Gilmore, and Rick Barry. Olympic greats David Robinson, Spencer Haywood, and Chris Mullin. Workmen-like role players Tree Rollins, Jerome Williams, and Greg Kike. Basketball pioneers Earl Lloyd, Dolph Shades, and Meadowlark Lemon. All are proud members of the National Basketball Retired Players Association. The National Basketball Retired Players Association, or the NBRPA, is the only alumni association comprised of former NBA, ABA, and Harlem Globetrotter players. Now more than 20 years old, we are direct partners with the National Basketball Association and the National Basketball Players Association. We thank them for making us the world's only alumni association directly supported by both the NBA and the NBPA. The NBRPA is a 501c3 charitable organization, and our mission is twofold. First, we want to ensure our members, former professional basketball players at the highest level, successfully transition into a life after the game. Second, and perhaps the most important, we are philanthropist ambassadors of the game of basketball. Our members enhance the community and promote our sport by giving back through free basketball and life skill clinics, charitable outreach, and other grassroots initiatives in the United States and abroad. The NBRPA was founded in 1992 by basketball legends Dave Bing, Archie Clark, Dave Cowens, Dave DeBusschere, and Oscar Robinson. They shared a vision to providing assistance to retired players through a variety of services. With the goal of successful transition into life after the game, the NBRPA upholds this mission of the 5 founders by offering a host of free programs to equip former players and their families with tools for success. The NBRPA has awarded members and their families more than $1 million in educational funds through the Dave DeBusschere Scholarship Program. We offer comprehensive resources to assist our alumni with career development, continuing education, business and finance literacy, legal research, and health and wellness. Make no mistake, we are a service organization, and our members are dedicated to making our community better for all involved. Working in conjunction with the NBA and the NBPA, the NBRPA's membership promotes basketball and enhances the sport's image by building community relations and fostering support of charitable activities and philanthropist events with a connection to the game. We host many free basketball and life skill clinics for at-risk youth each year to help equip them with the tools for success and a lifetime of fitness, both on and off the court. We help rebuild public basketball courts to keep kids off the street and provide a safe place to play. We make school appearances and host inspirational speaking tours so our members can share their success stories and inspire youngsters to achieve. We are stewards of the community at large with a dedication to give back and serve. We are an invaluable resource to our members, providing opportunities to learn and prosper in life after the game. We are the National Basketball Retired Players Association, and we made this game. For more on the NBRPA, please visit www.legendsofbasketball.com.
Thank you. Well, first of all, the reason we did this tape, I want you all to know, is because we get questions all the time. Who are you? What do you do? And in any good entity, a business, a government, the sports team, the first thing you have to do is you have to be able to tell your own story. You have to be able to brand yourself in the commercial world, and we got to start branding ourselves. You know, we have been around for 20 years, but I have to tell you, I never heard of this organization before I took this job, and I could assure you that most of America, most of the world has never heard of this organization. So one of the things that we are continually working on is how do we brand ourselves, get our name out there, let people know what we do. And we really have, as the tape alluded to, we have 2 really simple missions. I mean, we don't try to do 7 to 8 things. We do 2 things. Number 1, we were founded in order to help transition former basketball players at the highest level of the game to a successful life after the sport. Second, and this is a newer mission, but I think equally important, maybe even more important, is to utilize the collective assets that we have in this room and all 600 of our members to be able to do good things for community, to help our youth, to get into the inner cities. Everything that you just heard the Congresswoman talk about, we are so good at. It was yesterday, for those that were at the 3 schools that we went to, all in, you know, rough neighborhoods, okay, inner city America, kids that needed the guidance of all of you to hear that message. It would bring you to tears to see these kids, see our members get up and talk to them, because they're attentive. When you guys speak, they listen. And that's what we got to do more of. We've got to get into the communities. We've got to use our collective assets, our fame, and really help this country. And I'm really excited about that. And I told you about the program we're doing. You know, this program that'll start with 12 cities next year, I believe is going to morph into 50 cities the year after, 100 cities the year after, and people are going to look at it as the signature program of this organization going forward to helping our communities. And if we could play even a small role in developing our youth, giving messages of education and health, and maybe even solving this terrible crime problem that exists in most of our bigger cities in this country, we will have done a yeoman's job. So we're really excited about that. I want to talk to you. We're behind on schedule, so I'm going to cut my remarks a little bit shorter than I wanted to, but I wanted to share a few personal and professional comments. First of all, I said this a year ago to you, and it's even more true today. I am incredibly honored to be able to represent you every day. I get the opportunity to go out into different places and speak on behalf of our organization, to present to different people. And what I tell them is I represent some of the greatest people in the world, clearly the greatest basketball players that have ever graced the globe. But more importantly, human beings that I've had a chance to meet that are such kind people with great passion, that all have in their heart a desire to make a difference. And it is truly a personal honor and a personal privilege to be able to represent you. And I want to thank you, and especially the board of directors, for giving me that chance. I am loving this job. I've been at different levels in sports, from running the Saints organization to serving in New Orleans in elected government after Katrina. And I have to say, this job is a wonderful one. It's not an easy one, no. That's the difference between easy and wonderful. But it is a wonderful opportunity, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope all of you got this document in your bags. This is our annual report. If it's not in there, we have extra copies. Just let Paul know afterwards, and we'll get it to you. But every year, we're starting to produce this document. One for the outside world, because, again, this is a branding document. It tells who we are and what we do. But more importantly, this is for you, the membership. And you know what I'm proud of what we've been able to do. It's only been 14 months since I came into office, 15 months. Is I think we've been able to, number one, communicate much better with our membership. All of you are on our email list. If you're a member, you get weekly emails. We have a website that really tells everything that we do right now. There's a member section. So the communication internally is there right now. The other thing is that I don't believe that you hide things on anything. This is a nonprofit organization. You're all dues-paying members, and you should know everything about our organization. And in the back of the book, if you get a chance, it's also on our website, you'll see all of our financial statements, every one of them. And every time the board of directors meets, we post those minutes on our website. So, and I think that's important, because one of the things I had heard in the past is that the membership really never knew what the business organization was doing. They never knew what the board of director decisions are. Well, the board has authorized us to post those minutes right on the website. Let me hit just a few points if I can. Number one, you know, when I took the position, candidly, there was you know, some questions about why are we moving from New York? You know, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Why are we doing it? And I have to tell you, it has been, I think, an outstanding move for the organization for this reason. I have a standing meeting once a month with the NBA League office. We go up there, we meet for a full day. We meet with every person, including the commissioner, who'll be here later this morning. We meet with the PA every time that we go up there. So from a New York standpoint, we are absolutely fine in terms of that. But from a financial standpoint, I said this to you and I said this to the board, I thought we could do a lot better. We had just signed on to a 6-year lease, 7-year lease, that required almost $1 million in payments in Manhattan. And we were able to buy ourselves out of that lease, number one. And number two, I was able to go to Chicago and find us free office space. And over the course of a 4-year deal that we have right now, during the course of that lease, we are saving $600,000 by virtue of that move. Now, to just give you an idea of what that means, that's 1/3 of what we're worth as an organization. So it's really working. And Chicago's a great place. It's very central. It's obviously, they love basketball there. And we're in New York a lot. I want to talk to you about membership. When I came into the position on October 1st of last year, we had 420 members. I am thrilled to tell you today, as we stand here today, that we are approaching and will exceed 600 members. We have grown this organization by almost 50% in the course of 15 months. We're doing that through a number of things. Obviously, outreach very aggressively. Sam Vincent and his team have done an outstanding job reaching out to members. We have put incentives in place right now for people to join. We have put some other things in place so that members can earn commission if they refer members to us. We have put incentives in place for those that are annual members to elevate to a platinum membership. So we're really growing this membership. Are we even close to where we have to be? No. There's over 1,500 living NBA and ABA players that live in this country. We got to go after them. You know, 600 is great. We need to be in a couple of years at 800 and then 1,000. And the board is working very closely with us on even re-looking at our whole membership dues situation as to whether there's a better model to follow. We have been able to build our chapters. There were 5 chapters, some in a state of disarray just a year and a half ago. We're now at 9 chapters. Chicago will sign its charter agreement in the next few weeks. We have a 10th and 11th chapter. I see Tom in the room. Tom is working in New York right now trying to get us off the ground, and I think I saw Willie in the room somewhere. Willie is working with some others in Detroit right now. Those are natural chapter cities. We would like to certainly be at 11 as we get to the end of this year, and maybe more. But we want to grow our chapters smart, not just grow them to say that we have chapters, because chapters can play an important role in representing the organization on the grassroots level, doing programs in communities, getting into the gyms, doing clinics, working on fundraising, elevating and creating opportunities for our members financially in those areas. So we're really going to work on that. That's a very important part of our future, and it's been a bit problematic, no doubt about it. In terms of some of our programs, we have continually tried to listen to you and add programs that we think will be helpful to our membership. You're going to hear about a lot of them quickly today, but we're telling you this because we need guys to use the programs. You know, we put programs out there, and we're not utilizing them, I think, the way we can. So I just want to mention a few. We have several relationships with booking agents, where all of you, if you will fill out the form on our website and we could get your information in the system, we've got 2 relationships and 3 working right now that can help book appearances in the corporate sector. So please work with Paul Corliss on that and make sure that we get your information in our database. The DeBuscher Scholarship Fund is something that I think all of us should be very proud of. We have given out over the last several years nearly $1 million in college scholarships to our members and their families. $100,000 a year last year. It'll be a little bit more than that this year. That process takes place in the spring. If you are a member and you do not have a degree and you are looking to go back, there's a college program in place to help you. These grants are averaging, I think, Bob, about $4,000 to $5,000 per person, so it's significant. And I'm happy to tell you we've expanded that program through the board's help, so it covers children that you all have, and it now covers grandchildren as well. So again, that process starts in the spring. Teamwork Online. Buffy, I think, will be here at some point. If you're interested in jobs and sports, we have the best group out there in the country that I know of that does placement in the sports field for members like us. All of this is on the website, by the way. We have a great partnership with the Transit Group and AthLife and the National Consortium, and they are our experts in career transition. You want to be in a particular field, you want to go into franchising, you want to go into automotive, you want to become a doctor, you want to become whatever. These folks are geared to work with professional athletes to literally take you by the hand and lead you through that system of how do you get there, okay? What is required to be a coach? It's not that easy. Everybody wants to be a coach, but you have to have a degree. How do you get that degree? Where would you go back to look at it? How do you write a resume? How would you interview for a job? These folks are expert in that field and could help you. We have a relationship with the International Franchise Organization. A lot of professional athletes love the franchise world. We have outlets. You heard Auntie Ann's this morning looking for people to get involved in this area. But there are at least 1,000 other companies out there that we have a relationship now that if you're interested in franchising, they will, again, take you by the hand and lead you through that. Dr. Feldman is here from Tulane University. That's a great program that we have with their law school. It is the best law school in the country for sports. And any of you that have a legal issue, whatever it may be, all you have to do is fill out a form on the website, and you will get free legal consultation. I can't say advice because the code of ethics don't allow legal advice to be given, from state to state. You have to be licensed in a state. But they will consult with you and help guide you along that process. We're doing a lot in the community area. I talked to you about that. That's going to be a big focus. If any of you have seen our website, hopefully all of you have, our website is, I'm going to say this, 300% better than it was before. It has everything that you'd want on there. It's easy to access. If there's something, we update it daily with different articles. Use it. Use it. We're going to start to do webinars. If anybody's ever done a webinar where there's a seminar online, we're going to start to get our experts to schedule those seminars online so you log in and you can participate for an hour in a webinar session like that. In your book, I'm not going to read them all, incredible partners, guys. I just want you to see this page. We have, if my math is right, 24 partners and sponsors of our organization right now, okay, at differing levels of partnership with us. We can't do it without them, so if you get a chance, thank them when you see them around the building. We have obviously 2 signature events, the Legends Conference and the All-Star. The Legends Conference has not yet been scheduled as to where it's going to be this summer, and I will tell you why. I tell you where we want to do it. We want to do it at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. And we want to do it, well, we don't have it yet, but we want to do it. We want to do it in connection with the Players Association. And we had a wonderful meeting with them 2 nights ago. Today's a big day for the Players Association because there's a lot of big decisions being made that I'm sure you've all read about, so I'm not going to belabor that. But we made a point to them, and they made a point to us, wouldn't it be great if we could get back together at a joint event? And I think we have a shot this year based on what happens out of their situation from that. Obviously, the All-Star Game, we're also going to be putting on, we hope this year, a fundraising weekend to be announced. That'll be a fun weekend of social, some golf, some community things at an interesting site. So that is still working. I want to repeat something I said yesterday. I'm going to personally apologize to the memberships for some of the problems we've had this weekend on hotel and registration. Buck stops right here. I said that yesterday, and it's true. This is a difficult event to put on because of some circumstances that we have to deal with. We're relying on some third parties, but the reality is we have to do a better job. My staff and I have to do a better job, and you have my personal pledge that if you're still dealing with some ticket issues in that, staff is behind the scenes right now working on all of that, trying to resolve. And you have my pledge as we go forward that we're going to have a little smoother transition here from All-Star. I think all of you that came to New Orleans, we know how to put on good events. That was a flawless event, a lot of fun. This is a harder event, candidly. It's the first one that I've really gone through with a new staff, and we've got some things that we have to work on. What's next? Number 1, D-League relationship. Hopefully Dan will be here. We'll say a couple words about that. We are about to announce a relationship with the D-League to give our guys some opportunities for coaching and internship in the D-League. College, we are working with the NCAA again this year during the Final Four and during the early rounds. We're going to have several of our members have the opportunity to go to the early sites and then the Sweet 16 and then the Final Four to be able to get paid opportunities. We are going to have at least 1 and maybe 2 college conference opportunities. Right now we're working with the Big Ten. That deal is done during their tournament, and we're very much hoping that we may be able to do something with the Pac-12 this year out in Las Vegas. We brought our first female member in. I hope you saw that announcement a couple weeks ago. Lynette Woodward, great player, University of Kansas. Harlem Globetrotters is our first female member of this organization, and we're really, really proud. She was with us yesterday at an event. We have a program that we debuted in Chicago 2 months ago, and we're going to be bringing it to 7 cities across America, and it's called the Success Program. And what it is if any of you saw ESPN in this documentary called Broke. Did y'all see that? Okay. I mean, it's an accurate assessment in a lot of ways of what a lot of our guys face, but it's not the full story, because for every professional athlete that got out of the game and struggled in family life and monetary issues, there's also a lot of people who had great success. And we want to go around the country talking about that. And we're going to be starting, we started in Chicago, thanks to a national law firm of Washington that's agreed to sponsor this program. We're going to be going to 7 cities this year. Announcements will be made on that in the coming weeks here. But we're going to go out and tell our story, the way we want to tell it, about the NBRPA and the members that have been successful, and get that word out there. We're working very hard again in the youth area, big part of our program. So this is where we are right now. I'm going to use a football analogy because that was my old job, okay? And I can't think intelligently right now of a basketball analogy. So let me use my football analogy. We're in the 4th quarter here, and we're on the 10-yard line, and we have 90 yards to go. We started on the 1. We've made 9 yards. We've progressed, I think, a great deal over the first year and 4 months, but we still got 90 yards to go. This organization, guys, has potential that I'm not sure even you understand. This can be one of the greatest sports organizations in this country if we hang together. I need our chapter presidents to work closely with us. I need our board to stay working with our chapter presidents and the staff. We represent such an incredible group of people that if we can go out there and tell our story, we are going to have sponsors lining up at the door. We're going to have companies that want to work with you. We're going to have governmental leaders, like you just heard, wanting to tie in with us. That's our future. That is our future. And I'm going to say this, shame on us for 20 years, because we could have done better. We're going to do better. We're going to grow this membership. We're going to have chapters eventually, hopefully in every NBA city. We're going to take this company from what is now a $1.8 million company to at least a $5 million company so we can provide real services. We're going to renew that relationship with the NBA 4 years from now again, and we just did it, as you know. We're going to start to solidify our relationship with the union. I'm excited about what's happening with the union because I think we have a chance to do things with the union that we've never done before. They have to be our next big partner, equal with the league as we go forward here. That's our future. And again, I'll close with what I started. You've given me an incredible opportunity. It is a slate that you can go almost anywhere. That's what I love about the job, is there's so many things we can do, and there's no limits on what we can do. Let's hang together. All of you in the room, hang together. We will work through issues. Issues will come up in this organization. It's not easy. We have 600 very opinionated members on lots of things. But we'll work through them as a family, and we'll take this place to heights that we've never seen before. Thank you guys very much. That's a good question, Tom. I think it's a hybrid. I'm just going to give you my personal opinion because I don't want to speak for the whole board of directors on this topic, but this is my opinion. I think we have to do several things. I think we have to do 3 things all at the same time. One is having the NBA relationship is something we never want to lose. It is, you were NBA players, you were ABA players, you were Harlem Globetrotters. Having the strength of the NBA is an asset that organizations would give anything to have what we have in that area. I talk to my colleagues in baseball, hockey, and football, all of them, because we meet twice a year. They are so envious that we have a relationship like that because they don't. Number two, while we're doing that, we have to build the union relationship. That union relationship, because you were all union members, we've got to start to get strength from that relationship back again. Not only monetarily, but through health programs, through college education. That's the second leg of the triangle. The third leg of the triangle is what you're talking about. We need to start to get a little bit more self-sufficient. I just said we're a $1.8 million corporation right now. Out of that $1.8 million, $1.3 million elevating up comes from the NBA. All right? So we're highly dependent, have always been for 20 years. We've got to start to really do the job of bringing additional revenues to the table through sponsorships and through other aspects, so that when we sit 4 years from now at a negotiation table, not that we're going to leave them, because I don't think you negotiate that way, they're partners, but you're working from a position of strength instead of weakness. And that's what we're going to work on. I mean, I come from a revenue-generating business marketing background, so my staff can tell you almost every day, top of mind is, how do we get more sponsorships? How do we do more events that bring money, et cetera, et cetera? That's how we do it. But I think, Tom, it's all three. I don't think you reduce one to get the other. I think you build the NBA, you build the union, and you continue to try to build your own assets as best as you can. I think, Mac, yeah. Well, I think there's two different issues that you raise. One is mental health. The group that you just heard from out of Utah that's going to be there at 1 o'clock, it's a brand new group that Thurl introduced us to. And I have to tell you, we're really impressed with them because they do this is what they do. They work with professional athletes in the mental health area and get them on their feet and talk through that. People like Dr. Abear here, who really is an expert in his field on physical health, but mental health is a big part of that as well. These are experts that we're bringing to the table to help all of you. We want you guys to access it, though. I'm telling you, we have a lot of programs. When everybody asks, what do we do? I can honestly tell you, in our written report, we have a dozen programs now. Now we got to get members to use it and to access. So 2 o'clock, Corey will be on. 1 o'clock, our group from Utah will be on. Use them. Listen to them, okay? So participate with them. The area of health insurance is the elephant in the room, Tom. It's a very tough issue. We've talked to a dozen companies. We've yet to find one that really wants to underwrite us as an organization or certainly to provide free. But I think we have two good things on the horizon. Number one, our next speaker is from BWD, which was the NBA's insurance agent, and we have put together and announced 2 weeks ago a marketplace of insurance on the website so that no matter where you live, they can help guide you through the process, number one, of Obamacare, which you need to know about, and number two, different options in your state. It's a concierge service, basically, for health insurance. Doesn't help you financially, but it helps get you to the best place rate-wise you can get to. But I do think the union relationship is where we grow this. I will tell you, Bob, Otis, Jack Marion, and I met with their interim director Thursday night, and They said it. They didn't have to, we didn't have to say it. They said, guys, as we go down the road here, there's no reason we can't work together on a health insurance program. They provide it in the new CBA that they just finished. If you're a retired player that recently retired, or if you're an active player that's about to retire, you get it. And our question was, well, why can't we go back 10, 20, 30, 40 years and just extend out that program? And the answer is, you can do it. It's just money. It's just money. And I think we're hoping that what emerges from the PA discussion is leadership that really is a partner with us, that wants to support us. And if we get that, I think we're going to have a decent chance of working on that health program. So we don't have it yet, Tom, but we know it's there. We know it's number one in the minds of the members. I know. We know. All right. Let's keep going, because otherwise we're already about an hour late.
Not quite that late. Danielle Edgars with BWD Insurance Group, and obviously relevant because that's the discussion we were just having. So Danielle can talk about the marketplace that we now have available to help you find the best service that fits you and your family. So Danielle, thank you for coming up. Here you go.
Good morning, everybody. I am very happy to be here, and most of you probably don't realize this, but my organization has been your insurance broker, many of you, certainly if you've been with the NBA, for the past 50-plus years. So we have been providing the health insurance programs, the dental programs, and all the employee benefits as your consultant for 50-plus years, and I've been doing it personally for over 25 years. So we are very familiar with the kinds of programs that you've always enjoyed and what you're looking for. I have been working with the Players Association along with the NBA, further to Arnie's comments, for the past at least 6 years, very regularly trying to find a solution to offer you all access to group insurance that you can't get now. It's a very difficult process, but we've made a lot of progress, and I hope we continue to make progress over the next couple of years. Until that time, what I'd like to do is offer our services through the website. You'll be able to get a lot of information about local insurance that's available to you. I don't want you to have to figure it out by yourselves. My whole job is to help you figure out what makes the most sense for you and to research you and your family's needs and deliver you options. So please don't be shy about taking advantage of us. If you need health insurance, if you want to know more about what kind of programs are going to be available through exchanges. Exchanges are going to be part of healthcare reform next year. I don't know how it's going to shake out because none have been created yet. A little nervous that it's all supposed to start on January 1st and none have been created yet, but I'm sure something will be happening on January 1st. I would be delighted to help you with any questions that you have. So you'll be able to get in touch with us through the website. I don't want to take up a lot of time, so I'm going to really make this abbreviated. Please take advantage of us. I don't expect you to spend any of your valuable time learning about health insurance. Let me do it for you. So thank you very much for taking a minute with me today, and hopefully I'll be speaking with you. Yes? Excellent question. Actually, on the next slide. Right now, you can purchase coverage that covers all of your pre-existing conditions if you have limited access today. Actually, the law went into effect almost 2 years ago, where if you've been denied coverage because you have existing conditions that are not insurable, part of the healthcare legislation guaranteed access and actually subsidized insurance. So it's the least expensive insurance you can buy in almost every state because the federal government gave subsidy towards those folks who didn't have insurance before. There's a couple of catches to it, but I'd be happy to work with everybody to get through that. And come 2014, everybody will be able to buy insurance, no questions asked. So there'll be no limits on coverage, there'll be no pre-existing conditions, it's gonna be great. I don't know what the insurance is gonna look like or what it's gonna cost, but as that information becomes available, I'd be happy to do the research for you and give you whatever options that you'd be interested in, yeah. Fantastic question. Fantastic question. That's actually one of the things that we have been talking about. Long-term care is something we can help you with all the time. It's not readily available as a group, as like your other group insurance policies have been, but you can get it through the association with some discounts. They can give you special discounts because you're part of the associations, and we'll work on a program to get that to you quickly if that's an interest. From time to time, we're going to be sending out surveys to each of you. It helps us tremendously, and if you can give us feedback on the best way to get information back from you, we'd be happy to listen, maybe through the website in the future, on the things that are most important to you. Long-term care insurance is a very important product that most people have. I'm sure each of you have some challenges getting it because of some of your medical conditions. You know, sort of the bad knees and hips tend to make it difficult to get long-term care insurance. That's one of those things, if we can put a program together where a number of you wish to purchase together from the same insurance company, they'll give us concessions and make it easier for the underwriting for everybody. So if that's something that the group is interested in, that could be the next thing on our agenda. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, your organization has the leverage to get a lot of things done, so let us do it for you. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Danielle. Real quick, an announcement to make from Major Jones in the Houston chapter. For anybody that's participating in their youth clinic today, buses leave here from Hotel Derrick at 12:15, 12:30, and 12:45. So if you're going to participate in their Kids Get Fit clinic today, don't miss the bus. The next person I'd like to invite up is a new partner that we find very relevant to our membership. Andre Colonna is a new friend of ours from AARP. You've probably seen them over in the lounge, and they're offering free membership with lots of benefits. I'm going to let Andre have about 10 minutes here to talk to you about AARP and our new partnership with them. We're real excited to have them with us.
Morning, gentlemen. I'm Andre Colonna, and I'm pleased to join you guys today representing AARP. And I want to say a special thanks to Paul and Arnie. They are the driving force, basically, on us actually starting a partnership with you guys. And you know, I have the privilege of standing in front of you guys this morning. So you say, why AARP? Or maybe the better question may be, why not AARP? AARP was established back in 1958 by a feisty 73-year-old woman who believed in the power of people over 50. Since then, we've existed to help people 50 plus live with dignity and purpose. Be the voice for the older Americans who can't be heard above the fray. Encourage people to live with expectation about what they can accomplish in the second half of their life. Shine a light on the real possibilities that lie before all of us at the age of 50 and beyond. AARP's motto is to serve and not be served. And that's what we all should be about. We're proud to be working with the National Basketball Retired Players Association. Like AARP, the association is all about commitment to members and future members. Our members look to us to do right by them and to protect their interests. As the relationship between our association grows deeper, we're looking forward to unique opportunities to touch people and touch their lives together. We hope everyone here today is a future member of AARP. You can sign up at our booth in the registration room outside and start enjoying your benefits. And what are these benefits? If you know any AARP members, then you've heard about AARP's discounts and benefits. It's one of the main purposes and reasons people join. Travel discounts that we offer, hotel discounts, dining out and leisure activities. But AARP is so much more than just discounts. We're the voice and advocacy for the people of 50 plus. In the nation's capital and state capitals across the country, taking action like fighting to protect Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits, fighting against age discrimination in the workplace, standing against unfair rate hikes and heating prices, telecommunications, and other utilities, and standing against hunger and food insecurity among older adults and all Americans. But we're also a source for information, tools and resources on everything from financial planning, health and wellness, job resources, and the support for family caregivers, to fun things to do with your grandkids and figuring out what's next as you make the life and career transitions. We're even a resource for dating. Yes, dating. We're holding our own with the eHarmonies and the Match.coms of the world. Visit us online at aarp.org and discover how many people 50 plus are social media savvy, and connect with each other on chats, blogs, Twitter, Facebook, through AARP. Of course, there's also AARP the magazine and AARP Bulletin, two of the most widely read publications anywhere. And because we're reaching people where they live, we've got AARP volunteers in every state leading programs and activities, plus ambassadors like sports commentator James Brown, tennis champ Martina Navratilova, and inspirational financial services master Chris Gardner.